cocaine just like she used to do. So I figured I would hook her up and make a buck or two. It's been almost 2 weeks now, I have not seen a dime. So I called her up this morning and she handed me this line. She said, "Boy, have you learned your lesson yet? Never do business with your family, you'll live to regret. Boy, don't you know this much, by God? Granny can't afford to smoke no rock." "Boy, have you learned your lesson yet? Never do business with your family, you'll live to regret. Boy, don't you know this much, by God? Granny can't afford to smoke no rock."
Bouncing, bouncing, those donkey balls, looking for a place to land. Bouncing, left and bouncing right, looking for a stupid grin. Open your mouth, 'cause here they come. You're a dead man walking, 'cause they don't want you no more. Your coaching skills are suspect, and your wife's a street walking whore. Oh, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing right, looking for
donkey balls are bouncing all around. Bounce up, bounce up. Balls up above. Those donkey balls are bouncing all around. Those donkey balls are bouncing all around.
"Sucky Sucky" was the headline when your team got squashed. The other coach laughed and said your team sucks balls. They fucked you hard up and down the field, made you look like monkeys fucking a hole on the hill. Those donkey balls are bouncing on your chin again. You'll probably lose your job before the weekend ends. Hey, 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 I know it might sound gay, but your team sucks donkey balls again today. Sucky, sucky, sucky was the headline when your team got squashed. The other coach laughed and said your team sucks balls. They fucked you hard up and down the field, made you look like monkeys fucking a hole on the hill. Those donkey balls are bouncing on your chin again. You'll probably lose your job before the weekend ends. Hey, 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 I know it might sound gay, but your team sucks donkey balls again today. Everybody wants to scratch an itch, but nobody ever wants to feel this wrath. Does anybody want a bag of ricks in the cold moonlight? Everybody wants to smack a ditch. Life's a twisted plot, call it a glitch. Time to flex, no more being rich. Stitches acting funny, man, they switch. Streets are cold, gotta stay thug. People playing games, they pull a rug. Talking big, but they just above. Ballin' hard while they tryna plug. Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Haters hating hard, but I'm on my grind. Stacking paper while they falling behind. Got my crew tight, we ain't never blind. Flexing on the haters, we a different kind. Spit 5 frames, yeah, we in the booth. All these fake thugs just hide the truth. Chillin' with the real, we ain't got no sleuth. Keep your head high, show 'em what's the proof. Stacking off the podcast, coming at you from the downside. You wanna ride or do you running high? Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Haters hating hard, but I'm on my grind. Stacking paper while they falling behind. Got my crew tight, we ain't never blind. Flexing on the haters, we a different kind. Spit 5 frames, yeah, we in the booth. All these fake thugs just hide the truth. Chillin' with the real, we ain't got no sleuth. Keep your head
Snacking off the podcast is preparing for you. Or are they getting high? When will this podcast start? You probably know more than I. Smacking off the podcast is preparing for you. Or are they getting high? When will this podcast start? You probably know more than I. Snacking off the podcast is preparing for you. Or are they getting high? When will this podcast start? You probably know more than I.
Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bouncing, bouncing, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bouncing, bouncing, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bouncing, bouncing, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bouncing, bouncing, donkey balls. Donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your coach is a clown.
rocky road they roll, big and bold like they've got a goal. Bouncing high, then low, then gone. Where'd they go? Oh, hang on. Donkey balls bounce, they don't play fair. Up in the trees, now they're in the air. Scaring the kids, spooking the crows. Where they'll land, nobody knows. One hit the barn, made the rooster squawk. Another hit a car, set off the alarm clock. They've got no chill, they've got no shame. Each bounce louder than a hurricane. Round and wild, they own the night. Gravity's got no dog in this fight. Spin and tumble, a rebel's creed. They don't stop, they just proceed. Donkey balls bounce, they don't play fair. Up in the trees, now they're in the air. Scaring the kids, spooking the crows. Where they'll land, nobody knows. So if you see them rolling by, better duck or at least say hi. Donkey balls bouncing, causing a scene. The wildest show you've ever seen.
Sucky Sucky was the headline when your team got squashed. The other coach laughed and said your team sucks balls. They fucked you hard up and down the field, made you look like monkeys fucking a hole on the hill. Those donkey balls are bouncing on your chin again. You'll probably lose your job before the weekend ends. Hey, 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 I know it might sound gay, but your team sucks donkey balls again today. Sucky, sucky, sucky was the headline when your team got squashed. The other coach laughed and said your team sucks balls. They fucked you hard up and down the field, made you look like monkeys fucking a hole on the hill. Those donkey balls are bouncing on your chin again. You'll probably lose your job before the weekend ends. Hey, 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 I know it might sound gay, but your team sucks donkey balls again today.
Those donkey balls are
He would be so scared to see me.
Everybody thinks we was doing this shit, doxing motherfuckers. Nah, they came at us first.
I got a fire raging in my front yard.
Oh, why did you set your front yard on fire? Are you drinking anything?
Smacking off the podcast. Fuck your city, our boss. Because those authorities. Smacking off the podcast. Fuck your team, dog balls. You call them sports authorities.
Smacking off the podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. What's going on with you, Doug?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
How you doing, Ed? Can you hear me, Ed?
I sure can.
Absolutely.
You said, how you doing, Ed?
That's right. We like that.
How's everybody hear me?
Oh, I hear you,
I can
Doug.
hear you.
You're fantastic.
That's hit and miss. Once the government starts fucking with us, then
Goodness.
somebody
I'm
can't be
sorry.
heard.
I'm sorry about Sunday, but my boys got beat fair and square,
Mateer outplayed Underwood. It's as simple as that.
Well, I like Honest Man, but Michigan's still good. There's a lot of season left, you know.
What's going on, Bruce and Nikki?
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a hell of a week, hasn't it, guys?
Oh, to say the least.
Crazy shit going on there. Bruce, what's up with you, big dog? Maybe he's muted his mic by accident or something. So I would do him like Bruce. Anyway, but yeah, Nikki, it's been a hell of a week, man. I'm here to tell you. But what was that Tarleton State stuff you were posting earlier on?
About baby Gronk. Like
Baby
Tarleton
Gronk, yeah.
made it to the bigs. He came on a visit to Stephenville, Texas.
Goodness, that's exciting and new, like the Love Boat. and we gotta have some kind of brightness in our life, because right now there's some heavy shit going on, man. And you know, the world of college football can be a distraction from all this. It's also a very polarizing thing, and where people want to argue about this and that, and we kind of like it, but that don't mean I hate them, right? So when people come on smacking off the podcast or one of the groups that we're associated with, and they say, "Dr. Balls, you're an idiot," I just laugh at it because I probably am an idiot, right? But that's what they're doing. They're talking smack. I don't want to go home and find them or take no trip to do them in or anything like that. So I really want to encourage people in the world of college football and sports to use this distraction as a moment of peace and love, but also rabidly dog each other. And we should rabidly dog each other. That's why we do this as smack talk.
Yes.
Fuck your team, right? But don't take it home with you guys. Never take it home with you guys. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
Every one of us disagree. That's the thing. Every one of us disagree on something, but we respect each other. There's no hate.
Sean doesn't disagree, do you, Sean?
Never.
Does anybody notice anything here?
What's going on?
It's a better week this week, Sean. We've got better games to pick on.
Yeah, games list is looking a lot nicer this week.
It was Ed's fault that wait, no, who picked? Yeah, it was Ed's fault. Ed, who picked that week, Ed? Oh shit. I told Ed to do it.
Ed can only work with what the schedule makers made for him. It's not his fault.
That's right. So none of y'all noticed my smacking off the podcast merchandise that I'm sporting this second.
You know what? I like that, Bob. But let's that's bigger. But let's make it even bigger than that shit.
Hell yeah!
I'm trying to figure. There's a way to actually feature you, but I can only find that when I'm drunk, and I'm not drunk right now.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We don't have to feature me.
Are you not feeling well?
Who's that?
You.
I mean, I'm not drunk.
That's what I meant. Are you ill?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Let's see. I feel like there should be a button to push here, Bob, but I'll be damned if I can't find it.
That's all right. And later on in the show, when I feel good and comfortable about my man boobs, then I'll take the shirt off and I'll show you the back of it, right?
You think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Forget about it.
Hallelujah. So, guys, big week of college football coming up. We just had a big week. I don't know, Sean, if you was on here in time to notice Ed's moment of contrition about his team's performance against Oklahoma. Did you get any of that?
I did not.
What I said was we got beat. I said, I'm sorry about Sunday night. I wasn't avoiding anybody. We got beat fair and square, and Mateer outplayed Underwood. And that was...
Yeah, that's all very true.
I mean, Underwood looked like a guy with a lot of talent who wasn't up to the moment yet. So he's got to continue to improve.
So, Ed, I just want to let you know that I definitely plan on letting y'all keep your blue blood status, and I think Sean feels the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, for now.
It's a true freshman making a real start on the road. That kind of went as expected, and I think OU left a few plays on the field. Otherwise, the score is probably worse than what it was. But we'll take it from here on this end. I'll take that. But it was at least entertaining for much of the game. So I'll say that was for being the big Saturday game of the week, sort of last week.
Yeah, and there's hope for the future for Michigan. That guy, he wasn't that bad, and there's plenty of time to develop. It's going to be a big season. I think they're smart doing that now instead of waiting later on or trying to get a transfer to develop their own guy. If they're patient, they could have Michigan ready for a championship every 3-4 years. What do you think, Gary? Is Bruce still with us?
He is now.
Bruce. Can you hear me, my brother? Dog father.
Yeah, we're having some problems.
We're having technical issues with the dog father.
Well, Nikki, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It booted me.
Okay,
Goodness.
Yeah.
And I think it did Bruce
on my
too.
end too. It didn't boot me, but it stuck its tongue out at me at least. Something was a little wonky there.
Yeah,
it did that to me too.
Backstage.
Yeah, it took me to a commercial just for a second, and I come back and I'd been muted and I'd been rambling my mouth. So it segued right into Mr. Divine, though. So we like that. So we want to roll right into the week of college football. Does anybody else have anything they want to add to our bizarro week of college football we just had? Or do we want to move on and start talking games of the week?
I'm all for that, Bob. Anybody object?
Is Nikki giving her thoughts on the embarrassment that's going on in Gainesville? Have we skipped over that?
Nikki, come on. I totally forgot about that, Nikki.
Yeah.
I'm not happy one bit with our discipline in that game. I'm still on the fence with USF. They look good. I don't know if they're that good. I will know this weekend playing Miami. Like, no doubt in our mind, we'll know how good USF is against Miami. It was just a shitty game. Like, that's all I can say.
That presages the future because we're going to talk some more about Florida. And we're going to talk more about Miami meeting USF. And that's going to be some good stuff. I'm looking here now, and I'm thinking that the first game of the week is
Let me pull it up for you.
Okay.
We need our graphic.
There we go. Beautiful.
We got to go with Friday's game first because it's Friday.
It's Friday. Friday's a beautiful day in this world. And we got Kansas State versus Arizona, guys. And Kansas State's coming into it 1-2. Arizona's 2-0. They're at home. It actually looks like it's a pretty exciting game. I actually love the Big 12 just to watch, guys. I don't know how much relevance this game is going to have on the college football playoff picture, but I think it's going to be. Yeah.
The Big 12 is now kind of the replacement for the Pac-12.
I don't know. I think the Big 12 has always been a fun one to watch.
It's a very exciting league, just like the Pac-12 was. And does anybody disagree with me?
Yeah, I think they've always
not exactly the Pac-12, but there's enough Pac-12 teams present, and there's some other interesting teams in there. It's every time I look at the schedule, starting back to when Central Florida first came in, when I see the schedules, it's always the most interesting slate of games.
Absolutely. And at Arizona, I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking the line on it. I think Arizona's favored by 1.5 at home. K-State's 1-2 and overall, and 0-1 in conference play. They lost to Army. What was last week or their last outing, 24-21, which is very interesting. But the Caissons went rolling along, Sean.
It was a great comeback redemption win after Army got embarrassed at home by Tarleton State.
Yeah,
proud of the Black Knights.
Hallelujah. That's a big Division I win for the Black Knights. We like that. And Arizona's 2-0. Both wins, they've pretty much won They had one. They're outscoring their two opponents 88-9, but the opponents are Weber State. Is one of them, and so
Ooh.
you know.
Weaver
But
State.
Weber State.
Weaver State.
Yeah.
Or is it Weber?
The powerful purple.
Powerful purple. That's right. Weber State's played some basketball before. I mean, so anything can happen. So if you're thinking about it, guys, so I'm gonna go to you, Ed. Can Arizona cover?
I got Kansas State winning.
Oh, you got Kansas State winning the game outright.
Yeah,
So what kind of factors do you see in that adventure?
Just a desperate team that's embarrassed after losing the home to Army. And I don't know that Arizona is that good.
I mean, they're better than they normally are, and they got it rolling a little bit. So, and they're at home. So,
I think
I'm gonna think about this one for a minute, Ed.
So it's a 3-year starter at Arizona. Is anybody familiar with Noah Fafita?
Yeah, he played. It was a hell of a matchup between him and Caleb Williams a couple of years ago when Arizona went to USC.
Yes,
took that fourth down stop for on a 2-point conversion, I think, to stop Arizona. Of course, USC wasn't playing any defense, but it was back and forth between Caleb Williams and USC and this Fafita kid at Arizona. It was a quite the entertaining game.
Oh yeah, so he's put up some pretty decent numbers this year, though he was a little bit inconsistent last year. The reason I brought him up was he's 5'10", 186 pounds. Right. So I find that interesting. I don't know if you'd survive in the NFL. In college, you might get by with it, but he might meet the next linebacker, Hall of Fame linebacker, and that destroy that guy. But I don't know. When I've seen their games, he was a creative runner when he had to be, which I like. And but he's been inconsistent. So let's pick this one then. Who's got? I'll let you go first, Sean. Who do you got?
Oh, feels like to Ed's point, Kansas State really wants this game. You got to think about, we're only today is September 11th, and obviously that's an important day here for us Americans. But I'm talking overall on the calendar. Kansas State had to go out week 0 to Ireland. They come back, they play a game, played 2 games at home. Now you're going to Arizona, and Army took them all the way and beat them last week. I don't know how much fight is left in this Kansas State team. And with something like that, give me Arizona at home. Not by a lot. It's close, but I'll take Arizona.
You know what? Sean just said everything that I wanted to say, so double that for me. And don't make me talk about this fucking game, though. But Arizona at home, I feel it in my bones.
Oh, I'm liking that pick too. What about you, Nikki? What you got on it?
I'm going Arizona. I think there's something up with Avery Johnson. He's not playing like he's supposed to be playing. There's something in his head. There's something messing with him. Maybe he figures it out this week. I don't know, but he just doesn't look like what he's supposed to look like.
There you go. Well, that's a factor for sure. And Ed, you can elaborate, but you said you picked K-State. Ed.
I did.
He did pick Kansas State.
And Bruce is not with us right now, so he's having trouble. He keeps booting him or something.
Well, he's Pac-12 guy, so we're going to say Arizona for Bruce. And I pick Arizona as well for the same reasons. Kansas State, emotionally, I feel could be crushed. You might come out pissed off, but that might not help you either. Arizona's at home. They're feeling good about what they got. They've had 2 good wins this year, or decent wins when they beat Hawaii, and in convincing fashion, even though we left Hawaii. So I got Arizona.
Yeah, me as well. And I just want to say that we've got 2 games of the week. I really could not decide. and it was if Notre Dame won in Miami, it was a no-brainer. Notre Dame, Texas A&M would be top game of the week. But even taking that loss, they're still a top 10 team. This is a big game, and
they're pissed off.
But just to let y'all know, we're going to save those till the end. Don't throw your pick in there yet for those games.
There you go. So let's roll on then. Unfortunately, Dayton's not with us to gather at the Paul, but we're going to not gather at the Paul. We're going to gather in Atlanta to see Clemson and Georgia Tech. So I'm feeling the fun Clemson after what happened to them. You know, that they didn't meet the expectations that people had for their program right out of the gate after being number 4 in the nation. That you have to go into Georgia Tech and win. But guys, Georgia Tech, I feel, is on the upswing. I don't know how to pick this game. You want to roll this one off, Ed? How do you feel about it?
This is the hold on. Clemson, Georgia Tech.
Yes.
You know, normally I would go with Clemson because Georgia Tech usually saves their best for the road, as they did against Colorado. But Clemson has not looked impressive. Now, what we'll find out is whether they got it together in the second half against Troy or whether they're just better than Troy. But I'm taking Tech to pull off the upset and throw the conference into chaos, and we'll see what happens. Because I think Georgia Tech plays Florida State later, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's true. So, yes, they can make their own destination.
Wait. Hold up. Let's find out for sure. Sean, is he correct?
Pulling it up right now here.
Yes. We'll look like a bunch of jackasses if he's wrong, won't we?
Oh, yeah.
We aim for 100% accuracy here.
That's right.
The internet is quite slow. Right
Here, I'll
give
give
this
this
tip. Go away. Good gracious me.
No.
They don't play.
No.
They don't play.
Damn you, Ed.
20
Lies.
So that means they're protected from Florida State if Florida State's good, which is very interesting. Now, I like head-to-head matchups to decide conferences, but when teams don't have to play each other in these large conferences now, that can be a factor as well. And let's see. Let's go Georgia Tech's schedule overall, because now I'm intrigued about this. I do feel
They should have Miami, right?
Georgia Tech doesn't play Miami either.
Oh, what the?
yeah, so they play Temple, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Duke, Syracuse. Damn, things are lined up pretty good for them. NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and Georgia. So, guys, theoretically, Georgia Tech can go 11 or 1 or 10 and 2 on that schedule.
They got Clemson at home. No Florida State. No Miami.
No
First
SMU.
thing I'm thinking is whose dick is Georgia Tech sucking?
Yeah, they only have SMU.
No, they got ACC members. They got Pitt, Boston College, NC State, Syracuse, Duke, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and their Temple. They've already played Colorado, Gardner Webb.
Temple hasn't gotten an ACC invitation yet, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, Georgia Tech is definitely sucking somebody's dick.
Oh, yeah, because Clemson's their only ranked game in the regular season other than Georgia. And, of course, Georgia is going to be at Georgia Tech. But I'm sure the fans will be well represented. So, guys, if I had to take a guess, in my opinion of the schedules that I've seen, and every week we look at team schedules, I would have to say that Georgia Tech has the easiest path to the CFP of any team in college football. Would I be wrong?
They got an easy path to the CFP if they were. I don't know if they're good enough to do it still. So, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there and let y'all go. I'm going to go first here. Give me Clemson on the road. It's going to be a messy game, and I think that they'll have a chance to lose, but they'll figure out how to win.
There you go. There you go. And all righty. So what you got on, Nikki?
I think Clemson's pissed off. I know their fans are pissed off. Their players have to be pissed off after this last week, and I think they go in and prove a point that it was just a fluke, that they were looking ahead. I don't know, but I think Clemson. I think it'll be a good game. I don't think Georgia Tech's going to roll over by any means, but I do think that Clemson pulls it out.
There you go. And then I'm gonna pick before I throw her to Sean for a minute. And I'm gonna say that I'm kind of with you, Nikki. They didn't really look as polished to me so far this season as I believe a team that's telling Clemson should look. Surely by this game, they're ready to go. So I'm gonna pick Clemson to win 21-20 over Georgia Tech. What you got, Sean?
Yeah, it's you know, I think everyone probably wants Georgia Tech to win this game, other than Clemson fans. But you know, just to see something other than Clemson winning the ACC, you know, again and again and again, which is, you know, I think change and change-ups are always good for the sport. But to Doug's point, yeah, I think Clemson, in an ugly way, figures it out. And what gave me pause is Georgia Tech didn't look really that good beating Colorado out in Colorado. I don't think Colorado is that good of a football team. I expected more out of Georgia Tech. I think this is the third year with their head coach, if I'm not mistaken. And so they just haven't looked quite good enough to ascend to that kind of level that Clemson's at in that conference. And yeah, Clemson struggled a little bit last week with Troy. When they needed to, they turned it on, pulled it out pretty easily there at the end of that game. Their only loss to LSU is what I assume is a pretty doggone good team. Paul seems to think so. And so in a game like this, give me the proven commodity that is Dabo Swinney and Clemson. I'll say, 31-27, something like that.
So let me go ahead and say to the hundreds of Georgia Tech fans that are probably listening right now, before you get mad that I said that Georgia Tech's not good enough to do this. When I say that, I don't mean that this is going to be a decent team. I believe they'll probably win 8 or 9 games. I just don't think it'll get them into the CFP because of quality of loss.
We really think 100 fans? Like I was thinking 2 or 3.
I think they're building, but they're just not quite there yet.
Yep, just not there.
And I don't. He's better, but I'm not a huge Haynes King fan. I think he's a decent quarterback, but I don't love him. I think between him and Klubnik is better, and that's not by a lot, but it's enough to win the game.
There's some breaking news on that. Hank King has a nagging lower body injury, and experienced backup Aaron Philo, who threw for 373 yards and 1 touchdown in 38 attempts when King got hurt, is who they may have to start with.
I definitely don't like that then.
I got a question, Sean.
Yeah.
This is an 11 a.m. kick for me. What time you got to get out of bed to even see this kickoff?
Oh, it kicks off at 9 a.m. our time.
Oh, sorry.
You get breakfast.
I'm not drinking
football.
enough to do the math right now, Sean.
That's the plus on being on the West Coast. You get breakfast.
Yeah, I mean,
football.
When it's your 7:30 p.m. night game, that's our 4:30 in the afternoon, late afternoon game. So we get morning, noon, late afternoon, and then our night games are like what you guys call Pac-12 after dark, the 10 o'clock kickoff your time, 10 at night. That's 7 for us. So, yeah.
What the hell are you doing here, Dane?
As
What's
long
going
as you
on,
don't,
brothers?
as long as you don't go too hard on Friday night, you get up, you get yourself some breakfast, some coffee, and you have breakfast in college football.
So Dane, we were just talking about how bad Georgia Tech was going to beat Clemson.
Oh yeah, damn! I hate I missed it.
Well, no, we're still in the middle of it. We're still in the middle of it, Dane. And now you showed up just in time. I think you were listening.
Just in time.
You were listening, weren't you?
No, I was doom scrolling the interwebs, brother.
Damn it, Jim.
All right, so tell me how this is going to be an ugly game, and Clemson's going to figure out how to win. Or do you think it's?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I don't know what to expect from Clemson football right now. I have no idea.
Well,
I know
don't you
our
think they're
defense is pretty good. I have no idea what we're doing on offense. I'm not sure our coaches know what we're doing. We'll see.
We'll bring in Landon at some point, and we'll figure this thing out.
They need a running back. I haven't really seen a Clemson-style dominant running back out of you guys. Is that what it is?
I like Randall, but the problem is we're not handing him the ball.
Yeah. What do you have, like 8 attempts in one of those games? The LSU game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
I don't even think he had. I think he had 5 attempts, dude, against
Good.
LSU.
I mean, geez. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, you got to hammer them a little bit. You got to make them
run the ball.
So, what's your pick on the game then? What do you think about it, Dave?
I think we'll win, but I have no idea what the score will be. It might be close.
Yeah, that's kind of what me and Sean had come to.
It shouldn't be close, but
all right, so
I
let's
don't know.
go and get everybody's
pick
picking on this one, so we can take this. Oh wait, somebody just joined. Who was it?
Was it Bruce?
It was
myself out by accident.
I didn't even miss you, Ed. You must not have a lot of personality tonight.
Poor Ed.
So anyway, let's get the picks in on this one. Me and Sean has gone, and Dane has gone.
Well, I guess I'm going to go then. I've got Clemson 21-20.
Hell yeah, that sounds about right.
Ed?
I'm picking Georgia Tech.
Hell yes, Ed.
27-23.
Hell yeah. And then we got Nick.
I heard their quarterback's playing, so they should have a little bit of offense for us. But
so Haynes King is going to play.
That's what I heard.
Nikki.
I'm going Clemson. I think they're pissed off. They need their pizza party, and
they should be fucking pissed.
Yeah, they have to
like
be
shit.
after. Yeah, they have to be. So I'm actually going with Clemson 27, Georgia Tech 17.
All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get serious about this thing. We're gonna get this thing rolling.
Okay.
Smacking off the podcast has merchandise for sale. Buy it now, you dirty bitch, or you can go to hell. I'm just joking, but buy our merch, buy it now. Buy it, buy it, buy it.
Don't be a dirty bitch by smacking off merch at bonfire.com/store/smackology.
It's Dr. Balls, can you feel that sound? In the house, got the party going down. Where you at? Better step on the scene. We drop a rhyme sharp like a damn machine. On the mic, I'm the remedy, no need for a doubt. You feeling low? Let me show you where we at. Get the vibe. I'm the one you can trust. When Dr. Balls drops, you can't help but thrust. On the mic, I'm the remedy, no need for a doubt. You feeling low? Let me show you where we at. Get the vibe. I'm the one can trust. When Dr. Balls drops.
You are now watching Smacking Off the podcast.
Bouncing to the left, hey, 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 hey. Bouncing to the right, hey, 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 hey. Those donkey balls are bouncing and they will not get away. The worthless and the weak, they can't pretend another day.
Streaming every Sunday for your team sucks donkey balls, 9 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on YouTube.
All right, we're back, guys. Ow! I feel like James Brown. I want to jump back and kiss myself just in anticipation of talking about Wisconsin versus Alabama. Alabama, they are still ranked number 19. They've got a little bit ahead of them if they play well the rest of the season. Wisconsin's headed to third place. Is there any intrigue in this that we don't know, Doug?
Wisconsin's quarterback is down, I believe.
And 2 of their offensive players.
Goodness.
I think
They come in
the
with a backup.
starting center is out for Wisconsin.
That's definitely not good. So, I mean, they used to have great centers in Wisconsin. He might be the second coming of Dermontti Dawson or something, So, well, guys, if we had to pick this, we're looking at all that. I mean, you got to think about how you feel about Alabama. Is Alabama struggling? Are they getting their stuff together? I think their quarterback looks pretty interesting. I mean, Doug, how you feel about them?
Alabama's decisively better at home under DeBoer than they are on the road. They did beat Wisconsin on the road last year. They beat LSU on the road, and I think that was pretty much it for their road wins last year, which I think they had four road games and then the bowl game, of course.
There we go.
They lost that one as well. I mean, I got to go with Alabama. I think if this was a better team coming in, then I'd probably have a lot harder time doing that. But I think Bama will figure out how to win. I don't know if it'll be decisive, but this is definitely a better team at home. So give me Alabama by give me Alabama by 6. I feel like there'll be enough excitement at the end that when you're leading by 6, so Wisconsin gets the ball. I see something like that where Bama fans have to sweat.
I think Bama's getting into a groove.
They got a groove started against them. Those mighty Louisiana Monroe. What the hell's Knicks?
But sometimes that's what you need is those lower tier teams to get
To
your
beat up
team
on
in
and
the
make
right.
yourself feel pretty good.
Yeah, but you also are learning each player is getting in their mindset and their groove.
I mean, how good Alabama is right now probably really depends on how good FSU is, and the jury's out. So as time goes on, this will the picture will get a little easier to read. But right now, I'm skeptical, but I still think that Bama will find a way to beat Wisconsin at home.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I think that they put a hurting on them.
Bruce, can you hear us? Bruce is having problems.
Yeah, he said my video is not working and it won't let me get in, and that was just a little bit ago. So I don't know.
Okay, so his video's not working.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is on that. On this end, I wouldn't know how to fix it. Let me see. But anyway, God bless you, Bruce. We'll do this again next week or whenever you can come back. All right. Wisconsin at Bama. Who's up?
I guess I am.
God damn it, Ed.
Bama easy by 17 or more.
Okay, Ed. I like what you're saying. I hope that.
To your point, Doug, we don't know how good Florida State is. We don't know how good Alabama is just yet. But what we do know, Wisconsin stinks. I watched them
Yeah,
a
they're not
couple of
very
times.
good.
They're dreadful. And this is probably going to be Luke Fickell's last year as a head man there. It's not a good fit for what he tried to bring, and he did at Cincinnati to Madison. It's not working. It's a bad fit all around.
I did read somewhere that he basically said this week that Wisconsin was not up to the challenge. And I thought that's something you don't ever want to tell your team. Even if you believe it, you keep that shit to yourself.
It probably knows that the writing is on the wall. That he's probably going to be getting his walking papers at the end of this campaign. I would be shocked, and I don't think he has one of those crazy buyouts, a la Brian Kelly and whatnot. But it's going to be bad, and it's down in Tuscaloosa where DeBoer and Bama are still really good and tough to beat there, and Wisconsin's really bad. So I got Alabama 44, Wisconsin 14.
The loser of this game is guaranteed a door this week on Donkey Balls.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get Wisconsin ready.
Yeah.
I mean, for what Sean's saying, we might want to put
They
we might want
sucked
to put
before
Frank
their
Fickle behind the
starters.
dead man walking door.
Yeah, because they
Luke
definitely
Fickell's out of there.
they sucked before their starters were injured. Now they're
Yeah.
coming in with a skeleton offense, and I
they
just
were
can't
playing
even see
some-
them. Yeah,
They were playing some MAC school in week 1 at home, and by like the end of the third quarter, they were only beating them 3-0.
yeah, no,
That's-
I see this game being. I say they're lucky if they get 14.
Yeah.
But I see Bama running away with it and getting 40 some points.
And
I think Bama,
well,
even though they suck, Bama's trying to make a statement. Like, yeah, we lost to FSU. It was hell, but we're not letting that decide our season.
I know DeBoer has faith and trust in Ty Simpson, but man, I cannot wait until Keelan Russell is the guy. You just saw the dynamic ability. He can make plays with his arms and his legs.
Mhm.
And towards like what Bob said earlier about Underwood at Michigan, like I don't know why you'd wait. I mean, DeBoer has his reasons. He's the head coach, but
And I think it's a loyalty thing on DeBoer. He's not a Saban type minded. He does not have an issue. He'll play you until they have the national championship game and you mess up. He's going to put your back up, and he doesn't have that hard hitting bulldog mentality. I think he loves DeBoer or loves Simpson. He thinks, okay, this is a good guy. We're going to continue with him, instead of putting aside that and say, you know what, we're going to win. And it's not going to be with Simpson.
Not for the long haul, no.
Yeah,
unless there's something about Simpson that I haven't seen yet.
And I just feel like that's the difference between what we have watched with Saban throughout the years. He's loyal to his players, but you mess up and you give that slightest bit of a thought that you could lose that game, he's going to set your ass. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bob,
we're not
Bob,
seeing
did
that.
you pick on this one yet? Sorry, is Bob here?
did we lose Dr. Balls?
No, he's here. He's here. He's muted.
I was muted. Oh, well, anyway, I've got Alabama at 41-10. I don't know how I was muted, but it happened.
I did it, Bob. I just wanted to see if you were paying attention.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know how I did it.
All right, so we're going to skip right over this next one because it's one of our crack pipe games of the week. And I guess we move on to the Beavers of Oregon State at Texas Tech. The 21st ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Yeah. They're massive favorites in this game, Doug. I mean, and that's sad because I always like to root for the Beavers. You know what I'm saying? But but it's going to be
a little hard on the Beaver.
That's right. Gee, Wally, you're a little hard on the Beaver, but they
Not Wally, it was Ward.
It was Ward.
Jeez, Bob, where are you going with this, Bob?
Anyway, Texas Tech, they're a 23-point favorite, guys. And, we can go off on a soliloquy about it, but I don't know that Oregon State now is quite up to their Pac 12 standards, or maybe they are, but guys, I think Oregon State's going to crush them early. I say Texas Tech 40, Oregon State 26.
So I'm going to disagree with you on Oregon State. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that Oregon State is one of the best two teams in the Pac right now.
Absolutely. It's just beautiful. I like that. The world needs levity right now, so we're going to provide it. Oregon State, one of the top two teams in the Pac-2, is matching up with the Texas Tech Raiders. Now, was that Autzen Stadium? No, or is that Oregon? What's the name of it? Jones AT&T Stadium is where this thing is happening at.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, that's interesting. So you could call that a neutral game, but
No. No, that's in Lubbock. That's not.
Yeah.
Don't let it get confused with the AT&T Stadium that Jerry Jones owns for the Dallas Cowboys in Arlington, Texas. This is Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock for the Red Raiders.
And it's because he's donated all the turf.
Oh, he's donated all the turf.
Notice their field has the Cowboy star and stuff on it, and it says AT&T Stadium. It's because it's donated from the Cowboy Stadium. They also do it. Jerry also does it to the high schools.
Right, I still realize what game this is. I'm going to go ahead and pick, and I'm going with Texas Tech.
Get her done.
At home.
At home. That's right. And Ed, what do you got on this Titanic struggle?
Oh God, I got it like potentially as bad as Oregon, Oklahoma State. I got Texas Tech by like 40.
Oh, so they're covering. It's got them in. They're covering.
Oh yeah.
Good teams win. Great teams cover the number. I don't know if they cover or not, but yeah, the Red Raiders take a badly wounded Beaver and finish it off after the embarrassing home loss to Fresno State, which in a couple of years that'll be a conference game for Oregon State. But yeah, tough loss there at Reser Stadium for the Beavers last week, and going to be even worse this week down in Lubbock. Give me Texas Tech.
Goodness gracious! So, did we missed anybody? Have you Doug? You went?
Yeah, I went Texas Tech.
That's what I thought.
I haven't.
Nikki has not went. Tell us, Nikki, what's going to happen in this struggle?
Tell us why Texas Tech's going to win, Nikki.
It's going to be Morton to Coy Aiken. I got some local boys on Texas Tech, and they're badass. My father-in-law that just passed away this week graduated from Texas Tech. So I have them winning.
You got some local boys that kick ass, and that's the only reason you need it.
Yeah, 54-10.
54-10, a 44-point loss for the Beavers.
Yep.
Goodness, that's a big loss. So you think it can be done to pad the sore Beavers after this is all over with? Nikki, could you tell us? What can be done to fix Oregon State?
I think they just need to go into hiding. I mean, that's all they can do right now. I don't see anything good with Oregon State right now.
I don't know what the future for them. If they're future conference foes, shout out to Jay Fields. Like Fresno State has already beaten them. So that's an interesting situation for me. So the future for Oregon State Beavers is to be pounded. So let's go to, how about the backyard brawl guy, Pitt at West Virginia. This is usually an exciting matchup, but it could be. There you go. So it could be the all futility mode because neither one of them, I don't know, Mountaineers is starting 2-1. So I don't really know how to pick this game. I think it's going to be tight.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we know a whole lot about either team yet. I'm looking for Pittsburgh to win a close game, 23-20, something like that. Close.
I don't think that much will be scored.
Oh, really? So how are you seeing this game?
I mean, I see West Virginia pulling it out, but I see it being like 14-12. Like, I do not see a lot of points.
It's going to be an 80s style matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when this game used to mean something.
Yes, it did. It was a huge game, and the TV here.
Yeah, I feel you, Nikki. West Virginia at home, it's going to be close. They may score a little bit more than that. I don't know. But
Morgantown during this game is insane. Like, Morgantown on any game is insane. But when Pitt comes to town, it's you don't take your kids.
I definitely like West Virginia at home as well.
Now, guys, I got to let you know that West Virginia, they say they're in a bad spot offensively, and they have injuries to Jai White and Jaden Bray. I don't know if Rich Ron's going to find answers and replacements for them going into the game. What do you got on this one, Sean?
I like Pitt in this game. I wasn't overly impressed with watching West Virginia last week as they lost to Ohio. Even though the Bobcats are a decent MAC team, they'll probably win the MAC. Too dysfunctional on offense, and that bodes terrible for them because the strength of Pitt is that defense. So I like Pitt in a close one on the road. And to this point, this game should be played every year.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And they and I agree with you, Sean. I've got Pitt 24-20. I don't believe West Virginia is going to get it together. I believe Pitt's defense is better, and I also believe Pitt's special teams is better and might make a play that matters in this game. So, what do you got on this one, Doug?
Oh, I've still got West Virginia.
Oh, you already had West Virginia. See,
you did give me a chance to change my mind, and I thought about it, Bob, and I'm still going with West Virginia.
Hallelujah. Go Mountaineers.
Is anybody else? Ed? Ed's already spoken on this, hasn't he?
I already picked it.
Okay. I guess
there you go.
That's everybody, and I guess that forces us to move on to USF at Miami.
Damn, I think that's a Titanic matchup. This is actually, I was a little facetious earlier when I described those games as Titanic matchups, but this one here is massive for if you're South Florida. I mean,
absolutely.
Miami's a good team this year. I think their offensive line may be more award contenders, if not winners. And is South Florida good enough to control the line of scrimmage against Miami? Anybody got thoughts on that?
I like Miami at home. I don't know if they can control the line of scrimmage. I mean, I think this is a decent USF team. I think Miami's going to be a little too much. And no offense to Florida, I think Florida got caught off guard. I think Florida's still a really good team.
Yeah,
I think all three of these teams are good. I think, and perhaps Florida State as well.
I'm torn on this game because on one hand, I want USF to win just to prove that game actually meant something. But we play Miami next week, and I don't want to piss off Miami anymore and play them. So I'm kind of torn, but I'm going with Miami because of their offensive line, because number 66, Max Buchanan. The rest of the team I could care less about. But I'm going with Miami. But I honestly, it also depends on how many people actually show up. That the Hard Rock was rocking, and those players fed off of it. If they don't have that same showing, what's going to happen?
I agree. That's why Miami was great in the past, is especially at the Orange Bowl, was that the fans were out of hands. They would give you people tickets. Basically, it'd be something on your receipt at the grocery store. Oh, I got a free ticket for Miami, and people would go in there and get plumb smashed and get out of hand, and that's why I'm picking the Canes at home, guys. I know South Florida's trying to win a third-ranked game in a row, and trying to prove they belong in the conversation, but I don't think it's their time yet. And plus, Carson Beck, who I usually haven't liked, I got to give him credit for great efficiency. He's flooring at 77%, 78%, somewhere in there. And he's been really efficient. Miami's got a line that can run the football, and their defense is improving. So I've got the Canes 31-27.
You have changed your mind on this game, Bob. Earlier in the week, you were liking the Bulls, weren't you?
Yeah, I was liking it, but I really thought about what was going on here. And it is interesting, the quarterback matchup.
I do it every week, Bob. I'll come up with a draft, and then I change 2 or 3 games typically.
Yep.
Once it comes time to actually make that pick. See, I could do some research on this and throw out some numbers, but Sean's gonna outdo me in the actual stats. So I just go with the spiritual aspect of this shit. I've been watching football for a long time, and I can look at games sometimes, and I don't know. Home field means so much. A lot of people don't believe that, but ask Mississippi State and Arizona State what home field means, especially when you got to travel far.
And that's what I'm hoping, that their fans show out again. We've seen it for the past few years. They show up for a few games, and then all of a sudden, it's empty at a Hard Rock, which I understand.
Now, as far as South Florida goes, though, they don't have to travel very far, but it's not going to matter. I think Miami's up to the challenge, but it's not going to blow me away if USF figures out how to go down there and take this game. But I can't pick them.
I got a question, though. Is South Florida in Tampa?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is categorized as Central Florida. They don't even know where the hell they're at.
Doug and I are from South Florida, right? Yeah. Tampa is nowhere near South Florida.
Well, they couldn't go to Central Florida because Central Florida was in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you would call them. They could have been West Florida, I guess.
But on the map, they're actually in the Central Florida area, like that loop.
Yes.
They're not South Florida. They're not.
They should have just called themselves the Gulf of America University.
They should change their name to that. That's what it should be.
They're not the only misnamed school out there. Eastern Kentucky University is a good 2-hour drive from Eastern Kentucky. It's nowhere near Eastern Kentucky. It's due south. It's literally 10 minutes due south of Lexington in the heart of Central Kentucky in Richmond,
No,
Kentucky.
it should be Central Kentucky, but is there another team called Central Kentucky?
No, I've never heard of a school. And what's the closest thing we really have to Eastern Kentucky University is Morehead State.
One of our favorite.
Let's start a petition to get them to change their name to the University of Gulf of America.
I like
that. Let's petition for that, Sean. You're a historian.
That's good.
Sean, what would you pay for this Tulane? Can you see the image right now on the podcast?
I do, yeah.
What would you pay for that Tulane necktie right there?
I love that tie. That's a great tie.
I do. It's not real, but
that one or
well, I mean, it could be real.
They have for a university. They have just 2 awesome logos that they can go with. They can go with this angry green wave guy with the megaphone, which is great, or they go with their old one, which is a pelican riding a surfboard. Holding a Tulane flag. So I think that's from like the 60s, the pelican riding the surfboard. But
I like the one on this tie right here. It reminds me of if you've ever watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes.
The old Drippy episode. It's like that is old Drippy right there. Or sorry, old Drippy copied that. Old Drippy looks exactly the same, but he's gray.
Yeah.
Anything from South Florida wins, except this game.
South Florida will not escape the state of Miami with a win. Canes will take care of the business. The slipper comes off of Cinderella for South Florida. But as far as being unbeaten, they still have a shot of being the group of 6 representative, for the CFP. Them and Tulane are probably at this point the front runners.
Ed, you didn't pick, did you?
So this is the third big game in a row for South Florida. And I mean, I think they're good, but I don't, because even if Florida wasn't up for them, you can't just go into Gainesville and win. It's not that easy. I don't see South Florida having the same energy level coming off the win at Florida. And I got Miami winning by about 13.
There you go.
All right. Is that
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
on that one?
We like it. It's exciting.
All right. So has everybody picked on that one?
I think we have.
All right. So we
Big
got,
Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, what about
yeah,
Nate?
I took the Canes.
That's
all
what I
right, so
thought.
we've got Arkansas going to Ole Miss.
Yes.
The 17th ranked Ole Miss Rebels.
They didn't look like it this last week.
No, after their win over Kentucky, and that was a close run affair, and it looks like a power football team can give Ole Miss a whole lot of fits, but I don't believe Arkansas are those guys.
At home, nope.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
think Lane has found his groove without Dart right now. I think he's trying to find his next, and he doesn't have it yet. Nothing impressed me with Ole Miss. Last year, I could say they impressed me because when Dart was on, he was absolutely amazing to watch. I can't say that with Ole Miss. I watched because of Lane, just because he's fun to watch on the sidelines.
yes.
So
Well, Arkansas. What's that, Doug?
what's going to happen here?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's another candidate for dead man walking is Sam Pittman at Arkansas.
I
You know?
think is Bobby Petrino still there on the staff?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's waiting for the job probably.
Yeah.
I think
So,
that's the only way they got him back.
yeah, that's probably what it's all about. I've been waiting for the machination, even though I liked Pittman. Initially, he did well with other people's recruits, but his recruits hadn't lived up to the billing. And Ole Miss, I don't think they're going to lose at home because the season kind of, for them, they can afford to lose any games to any unranked SEC opponents. The way that the SEC is loaded this year, the games they've got to play. Here, I'm going to look at their schedule, but I know it's not I wouldn't call it an easy schedule. So let's see what Ole Miss has to do. Ole Miss schedule. We're looking at, here we go. So the next game is versus Tulane, which is not a given, even though it seems to be at Ole Miss. And then you got LSU is at Ole Miss, but LSU, in my opinion, is clearly better than Ole Miss. Then you got Washington State at Ole Miss. Will still probably win. Then Ole Miss has to play Georgia, which I think that Georgia will win that game. And then I don't know why it lost it for me.
I think they play Florida.
Yeah. Then they play Oklahoma at Oklahoma. And guys, Oklahoma may be much improved. They've at least got a quarterback. Then that South Carolina comes to Ole Miss, who could beat Ole Miss, but that's probably a toss-up. Now, the Citadel, I don't think they got a chance against Ole Miss. And then Florida is at Ole Miss, which may be interesting. By that time of the year, it may be a toss-up. Then you got Ole Miss at Mississippi State, which is real interesting because I found that Jeff Levy, coaching-wise, he went all out so far in the games he was in this year, and he took chances that paid off, and I kind of like that. So I don't really know how to pick it. In other words, what I'm really trying to say here is I don't believe the Ole Miss has any chance of making this CFP.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Not this year. I agree with Nikki. The quarterback is the issue, and when Lane doesn't have an exceptional one, the offense kind of looks a little herky jerky. I think they're going to be good enough though to knock off Arkansas at home, but as far as the CFP, I don't necessarily see that.
I think Arkansas comes out fighting. I think the players love Pittman. We've seen it last year in some games where everyone thought he was on the, his coaching job was on the line. He was a dead man walking. And then we saw these players come out and fight for him. And I see them continuing to do that this year. I just don't know if he has the quality players and talent to
get her done.
To save his job. I'll say it that way. I can't see Arkansas really beating many or any of the teams that they play in the
Definitely
SEC.
getting crunch time for Pittman. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about that.
I could even see Vandy taking, there's certain teams that just don't have it, and they don't right now.
Guys, I'm sorry about that, Doug, but she mentioned Vandy, and there's something I wanted to get out on the show this week. I've been thinking about is Clark Lee a real smart guy? The coach of Vandy.
Sorry, did you ask if he was a smart guy?
Yeah, does anybody else think that he's a real smart guy?
You have to be to do anything there.
Yes, I'd agree. And I remember when they brought him in and he said that he was going to do something there. He just seemed so calm. And he pretty much said that he was going to run it a certain way. And pretty much he's going to play straight football and get the guys that wanted to play at Vanderbilt. I know it's all coach speak, but I'm impressed what they've done at Vanderbilt. And unfortunately, their game in the game of the week. But I'm comparing him to Sam Pittman. I mean, the Arkansas, if he does more than Arkansas with the resources Vandy has as opposed to Arkansas's, there's real problems. And I'm wondering if Arkansas's resources are being drained by the Texas schools in the SEC now, if they're not getting those players anymore and that money anymore.
That's quite possible, Bob.
I think
And Oklahoma as well.
Very smart players in that have heart that didn't get the opportunity to play at D1 schools transfer. He brings them in and they have that heart and that chip on their shoulder, and that's honestly what is pushing them to get these wins right now. He's smart enough to do that, because when he wasn't smart enough to bring those players in, look where they were at.
Ed, have you picked on this one?
Mm-mm.
Go with the Hogs, Ed.
I agree with Nikki. Arkansas will bring their best effort. I'm not sold on Ole Miss, but I got Ole Miss by 7 at home.
All righty. All right, so I guess we move on to the now here's another game. We had 2 games that qualified for Game of the Week this week. Had Florida beaten South Florida last week, these would have probably been the 2 highest ranked teams playing each other this week. Am I right? Florida
helps you. Yeah.
Yeah, so this would have probably been Game of the Week if Florida could have beat South Florida. I've heard a lot of people acting like LSU is just going to handle them.
Oh, I hear it all the time. They can kiss my ass.
I don't know. I'm just not feeling that. This team.
I heard it last year too.
They just lost. They lost a tough game to a pretty good team. Maybe a really good team. They're definitely going to show up at LSU.
Well, yeah, we didn't lose the game because of talent. We lost the game because of discipline.
Yes, I agree with that.
Spitgate, which can go along with Shoegate.
Yep.
This gives your team an opportunity to right the ship immediately. They go to LSU and win. People are going to say, okay, so South Florida's pretty good. This Florida team's not that bad at all.
Can we please pray that happens? Because I'm so sick of hearing Gruden to Florida already. God dang it! I'm so sick of hearing.
I'm getting
Gruden
sick
to
of hearing
probably
Gruden to
anywhere. Yeah. All because the man opened his mouth saying that he wanted, if he went back to coaching, he would love to coach in the SEC. He did not say he was coming back or he wanted to come back. He just said, I would like to coach in the SEC if I did return to coaching. Now he is tied to LSU. He is tied to Kentucky. Now Florida. Now, name every school in the SEC. I'm sick of hearing it.
Well, it's definitely not going to shock me if LSU figures out how to win at home. But right now, I'm going to say give me the Gators to upset LSU at Tigers. What time is this game? Yeah, it is a night game. So
It's a night.
But I've seen Florida go there and win at night.
Yeah.
Actually, several times in my life. And
Me too.
let's do it again, Gators. The Gators pull this game out 28-24 on the road.
Ow! I like it. What you got on this, Sean?
I certainly hope Florida wins the game, but it's hard to see it, especially it being at night. If it was like an afternoon game, sure. I think LSU finds a way. This is Kelly's. This is one of those years where, where he's at a place and the rumblings about him being on the hot seat start, and then he always has a Teflon Don kind of a year where it brings him back, into job security. And I think this year is that year for him. And plus, my guy Paul Feinbaum is sold on the LSU Tigers, so I'm gonna roll with Paul. We're gonna take the Tigers in Death Valley.
All right. Well, me, just for the sake of, because I love chaos and it's hard to root for Kelly, I'm going to say Florida wins 13-10.
That's one hell of a low scoring game there, Bob.
I think
Yeah.
it's low. I think it's going to be low scoring too. I honestly do.
Yeah.
Especially if we go off last season on how our defense handled that offensive line and Nussmeier. I 100% see it being a low scoring game if we can do that this year.
I just don't believe Nussmeier's that good. I just believe that because there was a lack of truly great quarterbacks in college football, he happens to be one of the ones they're hopping, And Club League has already demonstrated that he may not be the guy, even though, there's some time left in the season for him to heat up, but no real opponents to shine against that, is going to excite you. So, Nussmeier has a chance to make a case here, and Florida has a defense. Now, have you picked this game, Ed?
I have not.
What you got?
So I can't stand Brian Kelly. And I agree, Florida is going to show up. No question about that. But I think LSU wins a close one at home, something like 20-17.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Have you picked this struggle, Doug?
I did. Hey, what was Sean's pick? I missed it. I walked away for a second.
I said LSU close.
I know you would. LSU at night at home.
Yeah,
it's a
night
tough
at
pick.
home, just too much. I'm gonna say 23-20 LSU.
There you go.
Did Nikki pick?
I picked Florida, but I think 17-14.
Okay. All right, we got the crackpot games of the week.
Hallelujah.
Let's start
I
with
might
the
need
earlier.
a crack pipe after that game.
Let's start with the earlier ones. Number 6, Georgia goes to Neyland Stadium to play the 15th ranked Volunteers of Tennessee. That's a 3:30 Eastern kickoff on ABC. Sorry, they didn't pay us to say that. I just thought I would irritate people by giving them the information they already know.
Oh, I thought maybe they became a sponsor or something,
You're just breaking it down for a big homie. That's what I would say. I'm gonna break it down.
I mean, on the list, we got a game on the CW network. I had to look up where that was at. Where's this? What CW? I had to have the machine or Siri or Alexa find me this channel, the CW, because there's apparently a college football game on it.
Yeah,
That's the ACC for you.
Yeah, Tech was on the CW their second game, and then last week they were on TNT.
Don't laugh too much, Sean. When y'all go on the road, y'all have a chance to be on CW.
I was afterwards. You know, the game gets done. You can watch a very special episode of Gilmore Girls.
Or Buffy the
Is that
Vampire
still a
Slayer.
thing? That's the 90s, isn't it?
Right? Or what was that other that family show?
I do remember Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek and what? Buffy the Vampire
Buffy
Slayer.
the Vampire Slayer. That one I know is always.
I couldn't do it. Not without Paul Rubens.
They had Green Arrow too. They had Green Arrow as well.
The Paul Rubens scene where he got stabbed in the heart with the stake.
Yeah.
That's one of the best. And by the way, that was ad-libbed. That was not part of the script. The whole facial expression thing he was doing. He kept looking back to see if she was paying attention that he was dying, with a stake in his heart.
That was
fucking classic.
Oh, you can get the CW over rabbit ears, guys. Before we dog them entirely, if you're impoverished and you're got your rooftop antenna in Chicago, you can watch the CW for free.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's. I just am intrigued that the CW is getting into college football now. Good for them.
Yeah, we still get it on when we use the antenna. Like if something happens, we have our antenna and we get all of the Dallas Fort Worth, and the CW is one of them.
Hell yeah, that means you can actually watch most of these games. You can watch the ESPN ones, but the ABC, the Fox, and the CW games, and NBC, you see them all for free in HD.
Yeah, but I'm a dumbass and still pay for all the streaming services.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Am I the only one that feels like Georgia offensively may not be the Georgia that we've been watching in the last 5 years?
No, I was actually going to say how unimpressed with them I have been so far this season.
But it's still going to be hard for me to pick Tennessee, because...
Oh, I'm picking Georgia, and I don't think I ever picked Georgia. But I can't see more Vol fans with bigger heads. I can't. After them beating Bama after like 500 years, we're still hearing about it. Like, we lost to Ohio State in the playoffs, but we beat Bama last year. Oh, okay.
I mean, has any team ever run their fucking mouth as much as Tennessee did going up to Ohio State?
Well,
or any game. They run their mouth about any game.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they were like, we own this fucking stadium. They never even had they ever even played there before?
Oh, they were going to checker it. They were buying all the seats. I mean, it was...
And I really think, I mean, you're going to go up and play a wounded Ohio State team like that. You don't want to give them anything extra. And I kept telling Jen that, and I mean, it wasn't Jen's fault, that her whole fan base is a bunch of fucking assholes. But, yeah, you don't want to give those guys extra incentive, because Ohio State, I knew going into the playoffs, this is a really dangerous team. They're probably they got a good shot to walk into the national championship game.
As much as Texas talks, their fans don't shut up. They didn't even halfway say anything about going.
Yeah, because they see what
State
happened in
destroying
Tennessee
them.
last year.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? Act like you've been there before. Keep your mouth shut until after the game.
All right. So did I say that I would have a hard time picking Tennessee?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still thinking on it. Sean, what's going on here?
I agree with Nikki on the fact that Georgia's offense so far not good, kind of ugly. Struggling to put up 28 points last week against Austin Peay, who's a nice friend of the show, but not a very good football team.
No.
That's pause for concern. But then at the same time, I go, wait a minute. Kirby Smart owns Heupel, owns it. And that defense owns that gimmicky ass offense that Tennessee runs, which when they play a team they haven't seen in a while, Syracuse or somebody else like that in non-conference, they can usually win. But Georgia's seen this, dog and pony show year after year after year. It doesn't really work because Kirby knows how to coach a defense and stop it. And I like Georgia, even though it's on the road. It's going to be loud at Neyland Stadium. Give me Georgia by 4. Call it something like 20-16. It'll be low scoring. It'll be grindy. But I think the Dogs escape with a win.
Hell yeah.
Doug, Jen has a message for you in the chat if you
Oh,
want to.
shit. What is
She
it?
said, y'all can suck it, whatever. Your fans are assholes too. Plus, your team sucks donkey balls.
Hey,
Damn.
hey, that's trademarked. God damn it.
Yeah.
Jen, my attorney will be contacting you.
Mm-hmm.
But what we can tell Jen is, and I'm going to make this my pick, is Jen, fuck your team. And
Yeah.
Georgia's going to win 27-23.
Okay, so as much as I hate to fucking do this, Tennessee's going to win the first quarter.
Oh.
They'll be leading at the end of the first quarter.
3-0.
6-3. It's going to be a very exciting first quarter. Give me Georgia 20-14. I mean 20-13.
Mm. Hell yeah. Ed, what do you got? Ed.
You know, I'm with Sean. I can't see Tennessee winning this game. I can't even remember the last time that they beat Georgia. I got Georgia winning pretty comfortably 30-16.
All right. It's all part of my rock and roll fantasy. And that was our picks for the first game of the week.
The first game of the week.
That's right, because the most important game of the week, the one's the most special, and that we really want to talk about. And I know Sean's interested in talking about this. Let's talk about Texas A&M going to Notre Dame on NBC. The game of the week.
To answer Ed's question real quick, and for the viewers and listeners, the last time that Tennessee did defeat Georgia, it was October of 2016.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I believe that was the Hail Mary in Athens game that they won at the gun, 34-31.
Jen was still in high school then.
I mean, I can't say much. I mean, Tennessee has a good team. They honestly coming out of, I didn't have expectations because they didn't know anything about their quarterback. They were very thrown off in camp. He wouldn't name anyone. And he came out looking good. They got the better end of that trade with UCLA. But I just can't, I can't pick Tennessee. Which is so weird because I've been to Knoxville and tailgated. And let me tell you, the fans at the games have been absolutely amazing.
There you go.
It's the online presence.
Yeah.
It's when their mouths run way before a game. But you go to Knoxville, and they are the most welcoming fans.
Oh, East Tennessee is kicks ass from Knoxville through Johnson City, Kingsport, all those places. People treat you like gold. I love them. I can head right down to US 23 and be in Tennessee in about an hour and a half, and the people are good to me, and I enjoy it. But
me too. It's the online presence. It's the hiding behind a screen, acting larger than life, but can't handle it if you give it back to them.
No, Jen says we're wankers, and I feel complimented by that in some kind of way. So since I'm a drummer, I can change hands and gain a stroke. I just want y'all to know it. But
what the fuck's a wanker? What's a wanker?
That's English for someone that masturbates, like British.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nickname. Like
God
when my kids were little, like don't play with your wanker.
Yes. Yeah, that's popular.
So hold on. Did Ed pick on Tennessee?
I picked Georgia.
Oh yeah.
He
Sorry.
picked Georgia.
Let's get on. How welcoming is Notre Dame going to be to Texas A&M, Sean?
I think it's going to be.
Score. You go last, but
I think it's going to be a great game. I expect, great turnout from A&M fans coming up to South Bend. Because I think, as I was checking here, I'm looking at the they haven't visited South Bend in 25 years, since September of 2000. So a new generation of A&M fans will probably likely make the trek up to South Bend, and the Maroon will be well represented, I'm sure. But it'll be predominantly Notre Dame crowd. I don't think it'll be like Georgia or Nebraska were in the past. But there's been a lot of chatter that this should be a fairly easy game, and I don't expect it to be. I think it's going to be just like last year. It's going to be a hell of a dogfight. I know Notre Dame won by 10, but it was a 7-point lead for much of the fourth quarter, and A&M could have tied it up a couple of times, and they just failed to. And then with about a minute and a half left, they kicked the field goal to make it 10, which essentially iced the game. But that was a war last year down in College Station, and I think it's going to be again. And I think the addition to this year is that A&M looks like they finally have a somewhat decent, competent quarterback down there. Gone is Connor Wegman, who basically gifted Notre Dame some points last year by airmailing a couple of passes. And now they have Marcel Reed. This Marcel Reed looks, so far I know the talent they've played against hasn't been great, but he's looked great, and their receivers look great. So I think it's going to be another hell of a game. Notre Dame and Miami was a hell of a game. I think this is going to be right along those lines.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great one too. And I love matchups like this, and that Notre Dames are bringing teams with big followings to them. And I'm curious, Notre Dame. I mean, Sean, how hard is it to buy a ticket at Notre Dame for a game like this?
Where do you want to sit?
I mean, I want to see it, but I don't have to.
Let's look right now, real quick. We got a second here. Let's use StubHub to see, just to get inside Notre Dame Stadium this weekend, what it's going to cost us right now, and we'll take the worst seat in the house. Let's see here. So this event is in the top 10% of events in Notre Dame Fighting Irish football when ranked bad. Okay, I don't care about that stuff. Say we wanted you and me, Bob, to sit next to each other just to get into the stadium right now. The cheapest one I could find for one ticket is $183 up in the upper corner of an end zone.
You think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Forget about it.
Just barely behind the bench. We got let's see, the most expensive seat in the house is $669 for a regular seat. I'm not counting the suites, which there's a suite available for $1,800, but just a seat, say at about the 50-yard line, $669 is the most expensive seat in the house.
Comparable to the Ohio State-Texas game. That's pretty much where their seats were ranking price range.
Yeah. So, but to get in the door, $180. That's not the worst I've ever seen to just get into the stadium. But it'll be sold out. But Notre Dame Stadium is big, but it's not. It only seats about 78,000, so it's not the biggest stadium in the world. But 78,000, they'll be pumped. They'll be rocking. It's a night game on NBC, so I think we're in luck for hopefully another great battle between these two teams.
Oh yeah. Now, Ed, you may find it interesting that this weekend I'm driving up past Ann Arbor on my way to look at some cabins in the wilds of Michigan. But so, what's your pick on this game, Ed?
I got Notre Dame winning a close one by 3.
Oh.
but more points than last year, something like 30-27.
30-27. Well, that's a pretty good score. And I'm going to go ahead and make my pick then. And I'm going to say that I don't really have a whole lot of confidence in Texas A&M. And Notre Dame has a little blemish, but they had a little blemish last year, and they was a big contender at the end of it. And I think it's going to go a similar way for Notre Dame this year. Excuse my ragdown voice. And I'm going to pick Notre Dame 28-25.
Who has not gone?
I
Nick-
haven't.
Nikki's
I got
up.
Notre Dame 31, A&M 21. I think Notre Dame comes out fighting. That Miami game wasn't good for their egos in the least bit way. So I really think they come
They're on
out.
the
And,
warpath, huh?
yeah, they're not happy. Seeing them after that game, it wasn't pretty. And it was a heartbreaking watching, man, going to
I'm
Miami
feeling
and
like
losing
you,
again.
Nikki. I feel like that when this gets into fourth quarter, nobody's going to really believe that A&M's going to have a chance to win this.
No,
game.
and I do think A&M's better than they were last year. I just don't think that they're as good as Notre Dame.
I think
What
Notre
about
Dame
Jesus?
takes a 10-point lead into the fourth quarter, and I think they build on it. I look for Notre Dame to win this game 37-20.
Ow. Outstanding. It's exciting and new like the Love Boat.
Well, we seen that last year. It was every other game we seen with Notre Dame. One game was, they could just score and do whatever they wanted. The next game, it was like, okay, are they going to do anything? And I'm kind of feeling like the same routine this year after that Miami game. They're coming back and going to have a little fun.
It's you got absolutely what Nikki said. After the Miami game, the team was not happy with their performance. You could tell that. You had a bye week last week, and it's hard to beat a Coach Freeman coach team after a loss. Coming off a loss is usually when his powers are at the peak of his powers of getting a team ready to go, ready to play,
and having that week off.
Yeah, and it's at home. I don't know if they're going to beat them. I hope Doug is absolutely right. If they win 37-20, that'd be great. But I got it, 31-23, something like that, and Notre Dame gets it done. I think for most of this game it's going to be close. I do think A&M has some very good weapons at receiver and at the quarterback, being a dual threat that needs to be accounted for.
So how long has Jimbo been gone?
What is this? Elko's second or third year? Third year.
So he's been gone 3 years.
Let's look here.
Not near long enough. Call it the Jimbo effect.
No, he was last year wasn't his first. So yeah, this will be his third season.
Yeah.
I think somebody's having chips, and if I had to guess from the sound of the bag, I would say Snyder's of Berlin, not to be confused with Snyder's of Hanover.
Who?
I don't know. It depends on what Ed's snacking on.
That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm guessing it's Snyder's of Berlin. So I'm trying to see how locked in the Ed is to Central Appalachian culture.
He's been snacking the whole cast.
Yes.
Elko it's just his second season there at A&M.
Is it last year?
It's only been 2 years, so double for the Jimbo effect then.
Elko's 10-5 thus far in his tenure there at College Station. Okay, I think Elko's the right guy for them. It's just going to take him a little time, but I do like some of the pieces they added here, and I definitely like so far Marcel Reed over Connor Wegman. Connor Wegman was bad. I'm sorry. I know where's he at? Houston now or Rice, wherever he's at. he airmailed too many passes last year at very inopportune times.
Oh yeah, he was a high thrower. You're right about that. It led to some picks that were critical. You know, if you miss, you don't want to miss high in the middle of the secondary. That's for sure.
Okay, it's a free gift for the defense, and they're going the other way with it. You know.
Yeah. So that's an excellent point there, and that's one of the reasons I think Notre Dame will win. And Notre Dame has a strong secondary. I don't know if it's as strong as it was last year, but it's still pretty strong. And Texas A&M will probably try to be tempted to go after them, and I don't know if that's going to work out for them. Because otherwise, if they can't complete passes like that, they're going to lose anyway. If they try to play power football in Notre Dame, they're playing Notre Dame's game. He never played the next guy's game, so they've got to take chances. And I just believe that Notre Dame's secondary is pretty good. So,
I mean, obviously, I want Notre Dame to win. That's my team. But as far as for the podcast for storylines, it would be interesting if Notre Dame does lose this game, and they're 0-2, but then they win the rest of their games because the rest of the schedule, but for a trip to Arkansas, pretty manageable, you would say on paper. There's not going to be
going to Arkansas is pretty damn manageable as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I was gonna say.
it's the first time Notre Dame's ever going there, so you know it's just completely new. So that's why I say that's one area that gives me pause. But the rest of the games are either at home or the road games are against very manageable competition. And so you go, well, is 10-2 with that schedule? I mean, I guess it depends on how USC is. It's going to depend on how Miami does. But is it 10-2 Indy good enough to get in? That'll be.
I think in most seasons, they're getting in at 10-2.
But we don't know this year. You know, I question that. A lot of if they lose this one, they're 0-2. They win out, they're 10-2. They're likely getting in. I go, I don't know about that. I think the only thing that might help them is it looks like, but for the big three in the Big Ten, Oregon, Penn State, and Ohio State, the rest of that conference is going to cannibalize itself. No one really stands out as being special, you know, when that's Nebraska holding off Cincinnati, Minnesota holding off whatever MAC school they held off at, you know, at home. UCLA is not good. Washington's rebuilding. They're getting better, but I don't think they're world beaters. Michigan State's not very good. Indiana and Purdue, you know, okay. You know, Illinois I think is good, but I don't think they've ascended into that top tier that Oregon, Penn State, and Ohio State are in. I think it'll be very good. I think it'll probably be a 10-2, maybe even if they're lucky, 11-1. But I think if the Big Ten cannibalizes itself, they have a shot. But if they don't, 10-2 might not be good enough to get them in. You know, it might send them to the, you know, the Duke's Mayo Bowl or the Pop-Tarts Bowl or, you know.
Yeah, everyone has to eat a mascot.
You know.
I mean, anything can happen in football, but I can't wrap my brain around A&M
I can't
going
either.
to Notre Dame and winning.
I can't either.
But that's why it might, like, they'll win this game and then they'll lose to Arkansas.
No.
That's like so A&M of them to do, you know.
Or are they calling that like the Holtz Bowl or something, like the Lou Holtz Bowl, Arkansas Notre Dame? I can't believe they haven't played before now.
Yeah, they've never played ever. This is the first
That's
meeting.
crazy.
Yeah, it is it's the Holtz Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see, you know, if A&M does pull this up, then do they start getting a little more media hype in not only the national perspective but also the SEC? Because remember last year, I think they were the last remaining unbeaten team in the SEC, and then they had that like 3-week stretch where it went to hell in a handbasket.
And you kind of felt, and I know I did. I felt like that's what was going to happen too, because
I think didn't start with a loss at South Carolina. They went to South Carolina. They were still unbeaten in conference. Yeah. They went to South Carolina and just like South Carolina basically ran them out of the building.
Yep, I remember that game. That's a little Norris Sellers, but it's coming out party kind of, you know.
Sellers was incredible in that game.
Yeah.
I think this game will determine if we go to Florida or go to College Station for the Florida. We've been on the fence of going to the Florida A&M game this year because it's also the weekend of Texas and Oklahoma and all these other
Have you been
games.
to College Station for a game?
No, that's one of the SEC, since they're now SEC, that I haven't been to, and I want to go so bad because I hear only good things about their fans. The ones I do know are amazing.
Yeah, we went last year for Notre Dame at A&M. Absolutely great fans, great fan base, great alumni. They were the most hospitable. I mean, they were right up. They're in my top 3 of the 3 places I've been for.
And
ND games.
even if you're not there and you're, say, at the bar watching or your neighbors, they are just fun, good fans to be around. And so I do want to go. James is set on going that's our game this year, but we're looking at actually finally going home to homecoming this year. So I'm not sure if we're going to, but
I recommend
I think this game will determine.
It's a great spot to see, and that's a great state. Kyle Field is a great stadium.
Yes,
it was awesome. So if you get a chance to go down there and see a game at College Station, for sure.
So that's
Has
what
everybody
we're
picked on this game?
I think so. Yeah, I think we've all.
Yeah, I think everyone picked Notre Dame.
Any last words, Gus?
Yeah, like, subscribe, share, join, do all the things there is, and Doug, and buy a shirt like I did. And Doug, are we going to do something live on YouTube this weekend?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Donkey Balls is going to be exclusively on YouTube. That's a new thing we're going to try. So we can build up our YouTube presence.
Yes.
Look at the club on this guy.
And you know what? Love and respect everyone. Like, everyone right now is dealing with so much hate and anger. And just know that, like, just love, hate, get rid of the hate. Like, you can hate whoever you're playing, but love their fans. Respect them. We're all living in this crazy world together. We might as well do it together.
Yep.
Hallelujah.
And we're all dying to get out of here too.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.
Oh.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Smacking off the podcast. Fuck your city, dog balls. The college sports authorities.
Thank you for supporting Smacking Off the Podcast. Make sure to stream in every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for an all-new live cast.